Good evening and welcome to the Newshour Agenda. Madhavdas Gopalkrishnan. It's back to business for the Prime Minister right after wrapping up the 5 state elections on one day of, or the rather day one of the winter session. I beg your pardon. The Prime Minister Modi summed up the larger message from the poll outcomes, calling the session a golden opportunity. He's appealed to the opposition parties not to vent their frustration over the defeat in the assembly polls inside Parliament and move forward with positivity so that people may change their perspective towards them, opening a new door for them.
मैं करबद्ध प्रार्थना करता रहा हूं कि सदन में सहयोग दीजिए। आज मैं राजनीतिक दृष्टिकोण से भी कहना चाहता हूं कि आपका भी भला इसमें है कि आप देश को सकारात्मकता का संदेश दें। आपकी छवि नफरत की और नकारात्मकता की बने, वो लोकतंत्र के लिए अच्छा नहीं है। लोकतंत्र में विपक्ष भी इतना ही महत्वपूर्ण है, उतना ही मूल्यवान है और उतना ही सामर्थ्यवान भी होना चाहिए। अगर मैं वर्तमान चुनाव नतीजों के आधार पर कहूं तो जो विपक्ष में बैठे हुए साथी हैं, ये उनके लिए गोल्डन अपॉर्चुनिटी है। इस सत्र में पराजय का गुस्सा निकालने की योजना बनाने के बजाय इस पराजय में से सीख करके पिछले 9 साल से चलाई गई नकारात्मकता की प्रवृत्ति को छोड़ करके इस सत्र में अगर सकारात्मकता के साथ आगे बढ़ेंगे तो देश उनके तरफ देखने का दृष्टिकोण बदलेगा। देश ने नकारात्मकता को नकारा है। मिलकर के भी सबके सहयोग के लिए हम हमेशा प्रार्थना करते हैं, आग्रह करते हैं। इस बार भी इस प्रकार की सारी प्रक्रियाएं कर ली गई हैं। हमारे सभी सांसदों से आग्रह करता हूं लोकतंत्र का मंदिर जन आकांक्षाओं के लिए विकसित भारत की नींव को अधिक मजबूत बनाने के लिए बहुत महत्वपूर्ण मंच है।
On the floor of the House, the Prime Minister received much adulation from his party MPs as the sitting commenced in the Lok Sabha. BJP MPs raised the slogans of Teesri Baar Modi Sarkar and Baar Baar Modi Sarkar. Take a look. BJP leaders called the Prime Minister's message statesmanlike, but the message did not go down well with the Congress. The chief opposition party called it selective and unnecessary. Senior Congress leaders asked where were these words of wisdom when their party won the elections.
कुछ दिन पहले कर्नाटक में चुनाव हुई थी, हिमाचल में भी हुई थी। उस समय मोदी जी की ये ज्ञान कहाँ थी पता नहीं, लेकिन मोदी जी समय समय पे ज्ञान निकालते हैं। बीजेपी जो कह रहे हैं प्रधानमंत्री के अलावा उनके पार्टी का कोई है ही नहीं तो क्या करे। तो ये बीजेपी की जीत नहीं, मोदी की जीत है। ये ना आरएसएस की जीत है, ना बीजेपी की जीत है, ना बीजेपी की जीत है। वो मान ले कि मोदी की जीत है।
प्रधानमंत्री के स्टेटमेंट की तरह बात कर रहे हैं। सदन चलेगा तो देश का भला होगा। मुद्दों पर बातचीत होनी चाहिए। आपका मतभेद हो सकता है, आपका विरोध हो सकता है, लेकिन ईर्ष्या और द्वेष की राजनीति नहीं हो सकती है लोकतंत्र में। हम सब कुछ नियमों के आधार पर नहीं मानते। हम मानते हैं कि संसद मर्यादा के साथ चलती है, और जो मर्यादा आपने सदन के बाहर तोड़ दी है, उस सब के बावजूद भी बड़े मन के साथ अगर प्रधानमंत्री कह रहे हैं तो ये प्रधानमंत्री का बड़कपन है, और यही लोकतंत्र की ताकत है।
Meanwhile, many in the opposition did not appreciate the way the BJP MPs laid slogans on the floor of the House and said PM and BJP should follow what they preach.
ये तो पहली बार हुआ, संसद की कार्रवाई शुरू होने से पहले टेलीकास्ट हो गई। मतलब चेयरमैन के, स्पीकर के चेयर पे आने के पहले ये संसदीय इतिहास में पहली बार हुआ है कि लोकसभा के अंदर चैम्बर के अंदर जो बैठे हैं लोग, उसको टेलीकास्ट किया जा रहा है। नई नई परंपराएं शुरू हो रही हैं।
When Prime Minister came, they were all clapping. Is it proper to do that in the Parliament? So first of all, he should tell his own MPs that they can shout outside the Parliament, but clapping and raising slogans. So there are various issues on which the opposition will raise their point in the parliament.
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
All right, let's go across to our guest for more on this. Sanju Verma is national spokesperson of the BJP. Tushar Gupta, senior editor of Swaraja, is with us. Tehseen Purawala, political analyst, with us. Joining us on the broadcast also is Vivek Sailas, national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. But I want to go first and foremost to Ravi Srivastava. Ravi Srivastava, what really has caused the opposition to be upset today with the Prime Minister's statement? Are they upset with the outcome of yesterday's State Assembly results, or upset about the prospects of the Prime Minister promising a third victory in 2024? That's a question that the BJP is asking.
Madhav, I that upset. In politics, win and defeat, they are the two sides of the coin. It does happen every time. And there is no reason to get upset. Because as far as the Congress is concerned, all three states which you count, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, they have polled more than 40% votes. They have got 4 crore votes against the BJP's 4.5 crore votes.
Then why object to PM's statement, sir?
No, PM's statement is okay. He is giving so much of knowledge to people as if he is talking to the novices. They are all in the politics for several number of years. They know very well. And where was his all preaching and sermons and all when they lost the Karnataka and the Himachal Pradesh? He should have talked in the same tone that time also, but he did not. Another thing is that he talked shun hatred. I think that message he should give it to his own people.
Okay, let's go one by one. You're alleging hypocrisy. Once again, Ravi, please allow me to conduct this debate because of very limited time. We have less than 20 minutes. I want to quickly go across to Sanju Verma on that. Sanju Verma, he is alleging hypocrisy. We've seen several of the opposition leaders say that, look here, you're of course victorious in these elections, but in the past elections, you've referred to the vote share of the BJP when you've lost in Himachal and in Karnataka. So why should that yardstick not be applied now? This is what several people have spoken about on social media and otherwise. Your response to that, Sanju Verma.
Madhav, my limited response is this. I will not allow anyone to take away from the sheer brilliance of the BJP's victory. What we achieved in Madhya Pradesh is a tsunami. It was not even a close contest like most political pundits were predicting. And I remember no political analyst gave us Chhattisgarh. But on Padmaja's show, one day after the exit polls, I told her that we will win Chhattisgarh. And I remember everybody saying after the exit polls, "Arey, Bhupesh Baghel ne bahut badhiya kaam kiya hai. The tribal population is with the Congress. We will retain Chhattisgarh." This is what political analysts, from the Congress cabal were saying. So they today have a nice, big, fat, wobbly omelette on their face. And the most important point is this. The Aam Aadmi Party has had a phenomenal score. Madhav, I did not interrupt this guy. Either you moderate the debate or don't call us. Either you
it's okay. One second. Ravi Srivastava, you know very well, I don't allow any personal jibes or personal comments. It's a way. It's egg on face is a metaphor, sir. Please let's not go be so touchy. Also, she's saying he's talking about egg on the face.
Anything about her?
She is not mentioning it about you personally.
With this man.
One at a time. One second, please. Yeah, if she makes a personal comment, I will stop her. Let's not. We have limited time. I cannot have a side debate, please. No personal comments. That's a rule on this show, and we will continue to follow that. Sanju Verma. Yeah.
Thank you. Madhav, I want to congratulate Aam Aadmi Party, and this is not personal comments. So please, learn to have a thick skin. If you can't stand the fire, don't be in the kitchen.
No side debates. Please, let's come to the topic, please.
Aam Aadmi Party's performance has been stellar. Madhya Pradesh, 63 out of 65. Rajasthan 84 out of 85, Chhattisgarh 54 out of 54.
Ravi Srivastava, please.
Madhav, I refuse to do your debate.
One second. Let's calm down. The problem is when we have limited time debates, if we continue to interrupt each other, we're wasting other panelists' time as well, not just each other's. Yeah, Sanju, quickly complete your point. Please, I need to go across to others because I have very limited time. Quickly.
You keep saying that. Let me finish. I don't want to be heckled by this guy. Thank you. आम आदमी पार्टी's performance अभी ध्यान से सुनो. मध्य प्रदेश 63 out of 65, राजस्थान 84 out of 85, छत्तीसगढ़ 54 out of 54, total 201 out of 204, 98.5%. This is not the winning ratio. This is out of 204 seats that they contested, they lost 201 seats. They lost deposits in 98.5% of the seats. So Aam Aadmi Party is not a national force to reckon with as was being bandied about. But I credit this victory to Narendra Modi, and in 10 seconds, Madhav, Narendra Modi is a Prime Minister who has the consistency and track record of a Rahul Dravid, the style and perseverance of Sachin Tendulkar, the flamboyance and aggression of a Virat Kohli, and the reliability of a MS Dhoni.
Okay.
Narendra Modi ki guarantee.
Okay, quick response from Ravi Srivastava. Ravi Srivastava, since those questions were directed at Aam Aadmi Party in fact put out a tweet, Jasmine Shah, saying that we are the biggest opposition party in North India with 2 states, but the performance in these 3 state elections is not even close to the Congress or other regional parties.
Aam Aadmi Party was the first party in 2014 who worked in their debut, the 4 parliamentary seats. No other party has got it. Second thing, they fielded 21 MPs and ministers, out of which 12 lost. With that calculation, half of their parliamentarians of the BJP will not stand in any assembly election in future and will leave aside the parliament. So that's their fate. And you should know that the assembly constituency, 44 crore votes, if percolated, how many seats Congress is going to win in the parliament? They can take their calculation themselves.
Okay, since your question is for the Congress, since that's a question for the Congress, let Tehseen respond to that. Tehseen, would you like to respond to Ravi Srivastava? So many ministers losing, what will be the status in parliament? Several questions coming in from opposition ranks itself. I hope this is not a sign of unity among India alliance partners. Although both of you don't officially represent political parties. Yeah.
At the onset, Madhav, Sanju officially represents the BJP. So let me take this opportunity to congratulate her. She's been bang on about the exit polls, and she did. I was on show with her. Stand and stick her neck out on Chhattisgarh. So many congratulations, Sanju. Well deserved and well deserved to the BJP. Look, the fact of the matter is the BJP won, the Congress lost. And now the Congress needs to go back to the drawing board and figure out why it lost so badly. Sanatan was on issue. The caste census in Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh was not going to work. Madhya Pradesh had an OBC chief minister. Its 2 previous chief ministers were OBC. The caste census, the OBC was not an issue in Chhattisgarh. So I think the Congress needs to go back to the drawing board. Yes, you can take solace from the fact that the Congress got X percentage of votes, 40% odd, which if translates in Lok Sabha would mean some amount of seats. But that's not as simplistic as Assembly and Lok Sabha elections were. Remember in 2018, the Congress won all 3 states and won nothing in the Lok Sabha. I think they won a few seats in Chhattisgarh, they won 1 in Madhya Pradesh. So it doesn't just translate like that from Assembly to Lok Sabha. What the Congress needs to do and what the opposition needs to do is 2 or 3 things. Now, come together as one political party, one forum on 6th December, decide the seat allocations, who's going to contest where. That needs to have happened 2 months ago. It's delayed. Secondly, forget all this common minimum program. Have a vision document. What is the vision you'll give the people of India for the 2024 versus and challenge what the BJP has done and not been able to achieve in the last 10 years. Third, please fight on issues. And I've been saying this, Madhav, on your show and all other shows. You have to corner the BJP, but on issues. If you corner them on issues, the BJP is vulnerable. If the opposition makes issues out of, say, if you abuse Sanatan, then it's wrong to say the BJP is not going to make, using Sanju's word, an omelette out of you. Of course they're going to do it. They're a political party. They're not an NGO. So fight on issues and you will win. First, come together, have a common agenda, and have a vision document.
No, but that's easier said than done, because if that doesn't happen, then Tisri Bar Modi Sarkar, which in fact opposition is objecting to in Parliament, could possibly be a reality. That's what BJP is saying.
Can I quickly respond to
the BJP will want it to be a reality. Of course, they will want it to be a reality, but it is not impossible to defeat the BJP.
Yeah.
But to defeat the BJP, one must fight on the right issues.
Will they come together? Once again, Sanju and Tushar, just coming back to you. Let me bring in Vivek Silas on that. Vivek Silas, the way that the SP and the Congress have been sparring through this entire assembly election, the way comments have been made by other opposition leaders also, from Mr. Omar Abdullah to several others, there's a long list of leaders who have been suggesting to the Congress that everyone should come together. It seems something that perhaps is easier said than done. And will that happen on the 6th? That's a big question indeed. Vivek Silas?
Well, good evening to all of you. Congratulations to Sanju Verma ji and even to Tehseen for winning Telangana and Bharatiya Janata Party for winning all the 3 elections in the Hindi heartland. As far as the situation right now is concerned, the situation is not as bad as it looks. Definitely there was a lot of resentment between the Samajwadi Party and the Congress Party in Madhya Pradesh, or as what Mr. Kamal Nath said and quoted to our National President Shri Akhilesh Yadav, that was not acceptable at all. So there might be some resentment, but we hope that in the coming days things would clarify, and we would definitely go in for a coalition. But provided the Congress, as Tehseen said, they have to learn from their mistakes. They cannot ignore the regional party, be it the Samajwadi Party or be it in Bihar. Or
so you can beat the BJP and avoid a तीसरी बार Modi Sarkar. Vivek Salas, are you confident of that?
As far as the Bharatiya Janata Party is concerned, since the I.N.D.I.A alliance was formed, they stooped down to the level of changing the name of the country, even from India to Bharat. That was in the news. So Bharatiya Janata Party really panicked. Okay, definitely they won the 3 elections. Okay, their morale is high. But let me remind, in 2003, the Congress or the opposition parties at that time, today's opposition, they lost all the 3 elections in 2003. Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan went to the Bharatiya Janata Party. Instead, after that, in 2004, the Congress and the other allies formed the government in the central government.
Sanju, before you respond, I want Tushar to come in on that. Tushar, can you compare 2003 with 2023? Or has something changed? Tushar.
Everything has changed, Madhav. Everything has changed. The country has changed. The electorate has changed. The parties have changed. The dynamics have changed. The alliances have changed. The leaders have changed. Everything has changed. I understand they want to find solace in the pages of history, but the political invincibility of Prime Minister Narendra Modi is uncontestable at this point. I listen to Tehseen all the time, and I feel Tehseen is that only voice of reason within the Congress that now resembles a sinking ship. They were supposed to ally with the regional parties. This was the litmus test for the alliance that was to fight the elections in 24. They could not even spare 6 of the 230 seats for the Samajwadi Party. One can understand you do not want to spare seats, but you do not insult an ally which has political capital on 80 seats. And then people wonder what is wrong with the Congress. Look, at this point, the Congress is routed in the Hindi belt. The Congress has been reduced to almost nothing. Aam Aadmi Party likes to make a lot of noise, but that's just empty whistles. Samajwadi is not in a position to compete at more than 10 seats in Uttar Pradesh. So what are we looking at? We are looking at least 300 seats for the BJP as of today. Because look at this, Madhav, 9 years of anti-incumbency in the center, 18 years of anti-incumbency in the state, a confirmed perhaps fatigue against the Chief Minister, as many analysts and reporters from both sides, not just from one side, were claiming. And what happens? 160 plus seats for the BJP. This is not just the mandate for the state assembly elections. This is a mandate for 24. The people have made up their mind. They are going to...
So the Modi factors work. You're saying the Modi factors worked, and that will work in 24. Vivek Salas, that will work in 24. That's what Tushar is saying. Yeah, that's what Tushar says. Please respond to him.
काम करती है. Modi की guarantee काम करती है.
I just want to say to Mr. Tushar Gupta that the Samajwadi Party has 125 MLAs in Uttar Pradesh. Though we lost in 2022, we agree to that. We abide by the mandate given, but we got the share of 37.5% of vote in Uttar Pradesh. So, and he's saying that we are just fighting on 10.
Making a mark nationally. No, let's be fair. Let's try to understand. Nobody's undermining the people's mandate. Vivek Salas.
Tushar Gupta. I have a counter question to that.
Yeah. Quickly respond. Yeah, we have very limited time. Just 2 minutes left.
I am not denying the political capital you have in Uttar Pradesh. No, I am not denying the political capital Samajwadi Party has in Uttar Pradesh. I am saying it exists. But then why does the Congress insult the Samajwadi Party? My question to Mr. Silas is, you have 125 seats in the state assembly. You had a 37% vote share. Congress has a 6% vote share in the 22 elections. Will you be willing to give them even 20 seats out of the 80 in 2024? That is what we are talking about. That is the litmus test of your alliance.
Okay, and Sanju also wants to respond
to you. That is what exactly I said. The Congress has to be flexible. And they have to, Congress needs to be flexible.
Okay, we've been through that.
And they have to come to our terms in Uttar Uttar Pradesh.
Yes, that's the point.
They
That's
have to
exactly
come
the
to
sticking
our
point. That's
terms in Uttar
exactly the
Pradesh. That
sticking
is what I
point.
meant to say.
That's exactly the sticking point. But Sanju Verma, I want to come to you on one other question that came up today. We saw some spokespersons come out and say that the Parliament proceedings before the House started were aired, and they're saying this is a new tradition that is being started in this regime. That is a claim that has been made by Danish Ali. You saw Captain Ajay Yadav and some other leaders of the opposition say that. Your response to that airing of those slogans inside the House, which they say is not the normal practice. Sanju Verma.
You know, airing of slogans after this historic victory in the Hindi heartland is something which is a natural corollary. And you know, if the opposition is making a mountain out of a molehill, too bad for them. I just have this to say for everybody who's saying कि तीसरी बार मोदी सरकार नहीं आएगी. Only from Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, and to that you add Gujarat and Uttar Pradesh. There are 170 Lok Sabha seats, out of which last time we got 149, which is a strike rate of 88%. And this time, out of 170, going by the results, we will manage to get more than 155 or 156, which means our strike rate will be more than 90%.
Okay.
So BJP has a head start of 200 seats in the Lok Sabha.
Okay.
About a fractious opposition.
Okay. Completely out of time. Now, Sanju Verma, Tushar Gupta, Tehseen Poonawala, Ravi Srivastava, Vivek Silas, we'll have to leave it there. Will it be a Tisri Baar Modi Sarkar? What will happen in this entire winter session also will be interesting to watch out over the next 3 weeks. Thanks so much for joining us this evening on the first debate on the Newshour Agenda.